So today I have a kind of very special video about the bow, especially the bow. I get so many questions on Facebook or Instagram where people ask me how I do this, how I do that, and I thought, let's make a video about it and let's begin with the bow and all the beautiful things you can do with a bow. If you're interested in such videos like that about the vibrato or my acoustic violin, the electric violin, I don't know, whatever you're interested in, you can comment down below, give this video a thumbs up, and I can do a series of that. Whatever you want to see. So just comment down below what you think about it. And because this is the first video, I don't have a concept. I'm just sitting here. I have no idea what I'm talking about. So yeah, and all that I can say is I'm a student myself, so I'm not a professionalist, I'm not a teacher. All I can do is tell you how I do things, how I handle them, and you can do whatever you want with this information. You can try it, you can not try it. Yeah, just comment down below your opinion on that. And so for the very first beginning, because it's the very first one of this series, maybe, I'm just gonna do a short video with the basic information about the bow. Yeah, so the first thing that I can say is about my bow is that I use a very normal bow. So it's nothing special, it's a full grown up bow. And yeah, what I see a lot sometimes is that people tend to kind of tense it up too much. So you have too much tension on this bow and you don't get a proper sound. It looks like this in the end, you know, like there's too much room on it and you don't have enough room to play with it then on the violin, because whenever you use the bow, you have a kind of not a soft sound, like when you, well, no, I tend to not tense it up so much, so it look in the end like this. This is the normal kind of size you should do a bow, or what I prefer to play with, because that way you just have way more room to play with the sound in the end, because you don't have this tension. And when you have too much tension on this bow is that you, I don't know, it doesn't have enough contact to the string in the end. So I don't tense it up too much. It looks like that when I play. I don't know if you see this. Yeah, that's the basic thing. The next thing is what I can do say is that when you play a lot and when you play very often, you should sometimes change the hair. That's what I do. And I change my strings and I let my violin be completely new again. So another mistake what I see is that people tend to do is when you hold the hand like that, very down. So when you hold the bow, you should definitely look that your ring finger and your thumb should definitely hold it together like that. So if you hold it, and never let your hand be down too much, so don't play like that in the end. You don't have enough room to do something with the bow in the end, because you're just not flexible in your hand. So try to have a hole in here, you know, like that. I don't know if you see this, what I mean, but have a hole in it. So just like that. Yeah, not too much like this, but a bit like that. So you have more stability in your hand and your arm, because your arm and every part of your arm is gonna play a very important role in the end when you play. So this is about holding the bow. Yeah, this is just mainly how I hold it. And in the end, you can, whenever you go to the end of your bow, you have the hand, of course, like that. But if you come up to this here, you should definitely have a hole here, because that way you can play here much better. You understand me? Very good. So that's so much about the bow. And another thing what I can recommend you is that you can do a very easy and a very cool thing to practice your heaviness on the bow. So when you play, you should always check your connection to the string, from the bow to the string. It should always, not a good idea, it should always be very, very tight to your string. So of course you have to lose it sometimes, and there are a lot of techniques you can play where you have to kind of have this movement in your hand, but when you play, just playing, always have the contact to the string. So whatever you do, check the string, check the contact, check everything. And then you don't let it loose, because then we come to the point that when you play, you're very heavy from your arm up in here, but you get but you lose the contact whenever you come to the end. So, and to have this heaviness on your arm, to have a very clean sound in the end, so that it sounds like you don't even change your direction, you just play one tone. I don't know, maybe you understand when I play. So if you have, I don't know, so if you want to reproduce a very good sound of the violin on the violin, you have to check that when you play, that it sounds like this. So when you do that, don't play it like that. I'm just trying to show you what I mean. So you need a contact between the strings and the bow, very heavy. So you need a kind of heaviness in the arm. And what my teacher told me is to have a nice person next to you. I don't have one at the moment. So, and this person is gonna hold your arm like that, and you just lay down all your heaviness on it, like all your you just relax your arm, like that. And I mean, a nice person is standing here next to you, and she's holding your arm, yeah, not like that, like I'm doing this. I'm just showing you what I mean. So you pull it down, and this person is gonna hold your arm, and you still let it lay down and relax. And when she's gonna lose your arm like that, it should just drop. So, and that kind of feeling you should have when you hold the bow, like as if you're about to drop it. So always have this heaviness, not that much that you kind of lie down and it sounds like screechy sound in the end, like that. No, you should just have this tension in the bow from your arm. So don't tense up your bow, but tense up the strength in your arm. You understand what I mean? And this is the sound in the end what I want to explain to you. So you have a very nice, very whole, a very full kind of sound on your violin. And whenever you come to the end, you should be a bit more light in here when you start, and you should be a bit more heavy in your arm when you come up here. This is actually, I think, a very problematic part, what every player has when you're here, because it's just so light and you tend to lose your strength. And this is what makes a good bow quality, when you kind of have the strength in your entire bow. I'm talking too much, but I hope you understand what I mean. So you have it in the end like that. I'm just gonna start to play a practice from what I have to play for my bow quality, and in the end it should sound like that. Just like that. I didn't even warm up myself today, so I hope you understand what I mean. This is just a little example of what I just talked about. Look how much strength you have in your arm. And what's very good is when you try to practice it like that, that you don't hear it when you change the strings. So it should just be like a tidal wave, all in once. just like that, and you can play it like that, and you can go faster, you can go not so fast, whatever fits you. So there's just so much you can do, and in the end there's another thing. You have to control definitely your kind of, when you play chords on the violin, you have another practice with the bow, so you can have like a volcano, so when it pops off, you know, it comes all over, and you should just try to imagine that and play it on the violin. The volcano on the violin. I don't know if you understand what I mean, but if you play a chord, you should have the tension on both strings, not just on one. So it sounds in the end like this. You know, just like waves. One wave gets into another wave. So try this one before you kind of warm up yourself and stuff. Then it sounds like this, and you can go with every string. You know, when you play the only string, you have not so much heaviness in your arm, and when you play both strings, you should have a little bit more pressure on the bow, so that it has a very whole, complete sound. And another question, what I just got in my head, I don't have a concept, I just wrote down the questions, is that somebody asked me if I tilt my bow. And yes, there's a difference when I play on my electric violin and when I play on my acoustic violin. I don't tilt the bow when I play on this one, but I tilt it when I play it up here. And this is where I should do an entire whole video about the differences of those two violins, because there's so much you do in different ways when you play it on this one or you play it on this one. So I tilt my bow, yes, when I play on this one, but I don't tilt it up here because this is a way different, more sound when you play it on here. So I don't tilt it. And yeah, because it's been the first row, I just wanted to let it be like that, and let's see what you thought about it. And these were just two of my methods, what I do when I play the violin. I have a bit more, but let's see what you think about it, and if that helped you in some kind of ways, or if that was interesting. So just let me know. I'd be really interested in your opinion about that, because I have so much more that I could share with you and I would like to share. So if you're interested in some more videos like that, just let me know. I'd be really happy. And have fun practicing. Whatever you do, keep practicing.